There's an exegetical invitation I want to extend to you. I pray that you accept. You've been invited to fellowship with me this morning from the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy, chapter number 8. I'm actually standing up 2 minutes earlier than normal. Choir didn't sing Go Tell on the Mountain that long. So they'll allow me to be able to stand up a little bit earlier so I can take my time and hit the runway this morning. Deuteronomy, chapter number 8. I want to focus us in this morning on verse number 4. Word of God reads, "Your clothing did not wear out. Your feet did not swell in these 40 years." You may be seated. We thank God for his word and for the perpetual nature that lies there within. Your clothes didn't wear out, and your feet did not swell in these 40 years. Y'all would be patient with me for just a few minutes this morning. I want to wrestle from the subject. There's a word in your wardrobe. There's a word in your wardrobe. The ancient city of Pompeii, known for its great mystique and known for its ancient technology. This city, which is now in what we know as modern day Italy, is a famed city in ancient Earth. Around AD 79, there was a volcano in Mount Vesuvius. And in this volcano, Pompeii was destroyed. It appeared, Mims, that Pompeii had wasted away because it had fell victim to the volcano in Mount Vesuvius. It's covered in rubble. It's covered in ashes. It's covered in lava because Mount Vesuvius erupted in AD 79. I'm going to say it again because it might be on your final. The ancient city of Pompeii, which was once luxurious, once filled with great technology, once thriving, it was destroyed in one day because of a volcano on Mount Vesuvius. Pompeii was then ruined, lost. No one was able to find Pompeii. It was once luxurious and great, but now it appears that Pompeii has wasted away. However, I'm getting happy. Archaeologists went digging in the 1700s. And under this area in Italy, where they dug, they discovered Pompeii. Thousands of years later, hundreds of years later, 1,700 years later, the once city that appeared to be ruined and wasted away was discovered intact. Your critical question that you have for me this morning is, Ham, how was Pompeii still intact after it appeared that it had wasted away? come fellowship with me this morning, and you will discover that Pompeii was not wasted because the ashes and the lava that fell upon it actually preserved it. So the volcano that could have destroyed Pompeii, that looked like it wasted Pompeii away, in that same matter that fell upon Pompeii was what preserved Pompeii. Translated, what happened to it actually helped it. And what looked like it was wasting it away helped to keep it intact. Now, let's not preach too long this morning. Will y'all take a journey with me? We're in Deuteronomy chapter number 8. I'm going to try to stay still and walk through this since I got this sweater on, and I'm trying to stay hydrated. The children of Israel have been wandering for 40 years. They're heading to the promised land. One generation has died out. Now Moses in Deuteronomy is the second giving of the law. So in Deuteronomy, you will find that Moses repeats himself a lot. And he retells a lot of the story. He retells covenant because there is a new generation that is now in place because the old generation has died out because of their disobedience. They were heading to the promised land. It was an 11-day journey. But because of their disobedience, they are now on year 40. Notice, Honorable, that I did not say they are on day 40, but they are on year 40 in the wilderness, wandering, trying to get to the promised land. It appears that the promised people are wasting away in the promised land. Imagine, if you will, you are heading to a place that has been promised to you by God, and you are wasting time walking and wondering, and walking and wondering. You're thinking that you're delayed and you cannot get to where you're supposed to be. Don't you see the people fatigued? Don't you see the people tired? Don't you see the people growing older as they walk in the wilderness? And I'm not just talking about the children of Israel. I'm talking about some of God's children in Pilgrim Rest this morning. You've been knowing that there is a promise that God has in your life. And you thought that by now that you would be there. You thought that by now you would have the job, and you thought that by now you would have the house, and you thought that by now the doctor would have reduced your dosage of medicine. But you find yourself after this extended period of time still wandering in the wilderness. And many of you will not admit it this morning, but you now think that you are wasting time. You have a birthday coming up, and they got so many candles on your cake that they have to call the fire department at your birthday party. And you think that God has forgotten about you because you are still in the wilderness wandering. But here in this 8th chapter of Deuteronomy, old Pastor Moses is talking to this younger church and reminding them that God has given you a promise, but there was some things that God had to develop in you in the wilderness. And even though it looks like you're wasting away in the wilderness, God is telling you today, just like Moses says, that I have kept you all this time. And the only reason that I am keeping you is because I'm keeping you for something. Let me pause and survey the room. Is there anyone who's kept in the house this morning who knows that day after day, moment after moment, and hour after hour, you can help me preach and say, Pastor, God is keeping me. When I was not keeping myself, when I was not keeping his commandment, when I was not upholding my end of the bargain, he gave me something called grace and mercy. And because he gave me grace and mercy, here I am on December the 7th, 2025 at 11:21 a.m. able to declare that I'm still kept. I'm not there yet, but I'm kept. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm kept. I still have issues, but I'm kept. Sometimes I sin, but I'm kept. I fall short, but I'm kept. The devil is trying me right now, but I'm kept. And since I'm kept, I'm not going to let the enemy get the victory, but I will lift up my hand and testify this morning that I serve a keeping God. And Moses gives a sermon illustration. Good sermons need to have good illustrations. That way the listener of the sermon can be able to see the sermon plain. So Moses must have went to homiletic school and learned how to put illustrations in his sermon. Moses says in verse 8, don't get happy, Gavin. You want to know that the promise is still on? Look in the miracle in the mirror. Not only are you still alive, but look at where you are and look at what's on you. You have been in the wilderness for 40 years, and instead of getting upset about not being there yet, just thank God for the fact that you've been in the wilderness for 40 years. It ain't no Dillard's, there's no Macy's, there's no J.C. Penney, there's no Amazon, there's no Nordstrom Rack, there are none of these stores. But look at you. You didn't have to change clothes. And the clothes that you were wearing lasted 40 years. Is there anybody in the house this morning who can testify that God has been keeping me in miraculous ways, that things ain't even wore out? They getting old, but it ain't wore out yet. If y'all don't want to have fun with me, I'll take my ball and bat and go home. So can I tell you what I came to preach this morning? I'm out your way. Here it is. Here's the thesis. Stay calm. Maybe you need to put your hands in your pocket, Gavin. That always keeps you calm. Here's the thesis. God never wastes seasons that seems wasted. Y'all gonna make me pull my hands out of my pocket. God never wastes seasons that seem wasted. These children of Israel thought that they were wasting time. But little did they know that every one of those steps they took, they began to know God better. And somebody is still wondering this morning, and you're thinking that God is wasting your time and that you're wasting your time following God. But God says, let me show you how you've been kept, and then you'll know how to identify me more. Is there anybody this morning who's learned more about God While you've been waiting, you learn how God has grace. While you've been waiting and on the journey, you're not there yet, but God just keeps on showing you more of him. He's showing you that he's a provider. He's showing you that he's a healer. He's showing you that he's a comforter. He's showing you that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. He shows you that by his stripes, you are healed. He shows you that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. He shows you that greater is he that is within you than he that's within the world. And even though you have not accomplished what you wanted to accomplish, God is accomplishing something in you. I just pulled up to the hotel. This is where we want to be. Let me unpack my hermeneutical luggage and pull out some hermeneutical highlights. Once I do that, I'm going to crank the car up and hit up 167. Embedded in this text, Tony, I'm so happy to see you. God shows us comprehensive sustainability. Comprehensive sustainability. Here it is. Sometimes, before you shout over what's new, God can give you a new shout over what's old. In chapter 8, Moses reminds them that God had not been dropping new garments from heaven. But what God had been doing was keeping what they already had running as new. And sometimes God does not bless us with replacements, but he blesses us with a spirit of resilience. Are y'all gonna help me argue this morning? There is no new thing that God has done, but God miraculously kept the old thing working. Don't overlook this morning in this Advent season as you anticipate Santa Claus coming from the North Pole and putting something new under your tree. But there's something that was under your tree in 2023 that God says, if you thank God for that, I can show you how I can use that to take you to where you need to go. God is a God of what I like to call, hear it as well, miraculous maintenance. And I can't shout for you this morning. But honorable, I'm thinking back over my young life. I think about how much I drive up and down 167. I think about how I travel all over this country, it seems like sometimes. And I don't necessarily have a whole bunch of new stuff, but God is just keeping what I already have. I may not have a mansion this morning, but thanks be to God, the place I lay in, wherever I go, I got a roof over my head. And when I go to bed, I don't know what could happen to me, but God makes sure that it don't happen to me because the angels keep watching over me all night. And I don't know if no angels watching over me, but I do know that God himself is watching over me. He's keeping me. He's guiding me. He walks with me. He talks with me. He protects me. And I don't know the danger I'm in half the time. I'm thankful this morning, not just for new blessings, for Dr. Mason. I'm thanking God that he keeps the blessings new. Thank you, Jesus. Somebody better come out of that spirit of depression this morning because you don't have this new thing yet. But God said, let me do something new in what you already got. I know them people on that job get on your everlasting nerve, but you got a paycheck that's going to come in a few days. It's going to be a brand new paycheck. It's going to be some money that you ain't seen yet. It may be gone in the next hour, but thanks be to God, he keeps giving me a new check. And even though I deal with them same old crooked coworkers, God just keep on giving me some new money. Don't you stop taking them same old blood pressure pills. Because every time you take them same old pills, God bring your blood pressure down in a new way. And after all the pig feet you done ate over the past few weeks, God just keep doing a new thing with them same old pills, and you better tell God, thank you. I'm sick of doing the same old thing. God said, I give you new mercy every morning. Gavin, you're preaching too long. You might want to put your hands back in your pocket so you can hurry up and get us out of here. Cage, here's something I always miss in this text. Maybe I'm the one who's slow. But I've always liked the fact about how it's the same old clothes. The shoes, their feet didn't swell up. And it's the same wardrobe. Clothes didn't wear out. Here it is. But clothes were one thing. But clothes had to be fit for people. So if the clothes did not wear out, not only did God maintain the clothes, but after 40 years, God also kept the people wearing the clothes. That way they didn't outgrow the clothes after 40 years. Now let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. I'm not going to get in your business. So let me just talk about me. I am not the same size I've always been. Matter of fact, sometimes our weight fluctuates. And if you on a weight loss journey, let me give you some advice. Don't throw away those heavier clothes. Because chances are you may end up having to wear that same size again. So it would behoove you to keep those clothes as you fluctuate in size. But these children didn't have that option to have a closet for their different sizes. So not only did God keep the clothes from wearing out, help me preach, God, but God also kept the people. So that way the blessing was already tailor-made for them. So if the clothes kept fitting the people, that means that God says today that what is for you is for you. And you don't have to worry about nobody else's clothes. You don't have to worry about no hand-me-downs. God will keep you fit for the clothes, and God will keep the clothes fit for you. I want to know this morning, is there anybody who you know that God has some tailor-made blessings for you? That can't nobody wear it like you. It may not be as new as somebody else's. It may not be as expensive as somebody else's. But God says you sure make it look good because I made it for you. You ain't got no vice president in front of your name, and you don't have a senior associate in front of your name. You just regular old employee. But God just keep on taking you higher and higher and higher. You ain't got to suck up. You ain't got to miscategorize yourself. God does the same thing on a job, and God will elevate you in the midst of people. Because God say, I can bless the same you, so you stay the same, and I will do this thing in the same you. God kept the blessing. God kept the people for the blessing. It's almost like it's a symbiotic relationship. Like the clothes depended on the people, and the people depended on the clothes. And God made sure that both of them stayed together because their life depended on each other. I remember, y'all know, if you know me, we're celebrating 6 years here in a few days. Y'all should know by now my favorite quarterback of all time, Peyton Manning. All y'all Tom Brady fans, this ain't your sermon. You start pastoring your own church, you can preach your own sermons. Since my name on that sign out there, I'm going to talk about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, at the end of his career, played for the Denver Broncos, the Mile High City. And here's what blessed me about Peyton Manning playing in Denver. Denver, Mile High City. I was watching a game one time on TV, and they were bringing in the game with an aerial view of Denver. It looked so beautiful. Tony, ain't it pretty? How all those mountains are covered in snow. The commentator said in front of one broadcast, here's what he said. It's a beautiful 50-degree day here in the Mile High City. Y'all missed that. That's why you pay me the big bucks. A beautiful 50-degree day in the Mile High City, but the mountains were covered in snow. Can we go to physics real quick? Water melts at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So 50 degrees is above 32. So your question for me, why is the snow still on the mountains and the temperature is above freezing? Can we be in physics real quick? Well, 2 reasons. The mountains are high. And also, in the mountainous region, snow caps are deeper than what you see. Because snow caps on top of mountains are connected to ice that did not melt in the mountain. So since it's connected and elevated, it's kept despite the temperature. Y'all missed all that. Because God has taken you higher, and because God has you connected internally, no matter how hot it gets, you still look good and look like the temperature didn't even rise. Is there anybody in some toxic environments, but God got you high in that environment and you don't look like what you're in because you've been elevated and you're connected and God has the Holy Spirit on the inside of you that you don't even look like the mess you in. And your blessing has been kept because you're elevated and you're connected. But I'm holding y'all too long. My stomach just grabbed a little bit. So let me move this thing on. I just told Tony about comprehensive sustainability, how God comprehensively sustained everything. He sustained the people. And he sustained the blessing. But if I move on a little bit closer to where I want to get, I bid you good evening. God teaches us in this text about a continuous storage. Continuous storage. Shout at me. So I'm going to say it low because I don't feel like raising my voice. 40 years being disobedient, walking in the wilderness. Can I tell you, a lot of times our wondering is not because God has us in a holding pattern. Sometimes we're just underdeveloped. Sometimes we're just disobedient. Sometimes we just won't submit. Sometimes we just won't do what God has called us to do. I see you with your church clothes on. You look good. You came to church today, but still sometimes our wondering is our fault. Sit with it for a while. Chew it and drink some water to go down. Here it is. 40 years. 11-day journey, turn it to a 40-year journey. You got the same clothes on. One, look at you. Some of us, they got the same thing. One, the text does not say God together. God did not cancel the trip. Lord, I guess y'all ain't never been on no flight delay. In the airport, headed to somewhere place you can't walk to, nor can you drive. And you are at the mercy of the airline, just trying to see if the plane is going to get there. But God says you don't have to worry about an if. Your question is just when, because I could have canceled the trip a long time ago, but I kept the trip in line, and God says you're still going to get there, and I'll tell you when. God, kinfolk, never change the destination. And today, other kinfolk, God has not changed our destination. Don't you let your time of seeming wasted wandering make you think that God has canceled your trip. God has not canceled your destination. You are not there yet, but God said, just wait. Let me work on you and let me tell you when you will get there. Just keep on wondering and he will tell you when. And the more you wonder and focus on the fact that God will get you there, you'll start feeling better while you wonder. Here it is. I got both of my hands. It's something I've been working on. Y'all better like it. If they've been wandering in the wilderness for 40 years and their clothes didn't wear out, this text teaches us that God not only keeps his people, but God keeps his plans for his people. Y'all ain't liking it, I gotta say it again. God not only keeps his people, but God keeps his plans for his people. You ain't got to tell me, but I'll tell it for you. Many of us have done enough that God should cancel the plan. But God says, I'm going to keep you and I'm going to keep my plans for you. There are great things in your future, despite where you're wandering now, because God can keep the plan and God can keep the people. I'm going to set you up for what I'm trying to say. I'm going to warn you now. I'm going to warn you now. I'm setting you up. It's a trick question, but it ain't a trick question. Right? All right? Look around this community. Derek, I'm going to act like I'm in Winfield. All right? I'm going to act like I'm in Winfield. Winfield people, we're going to act like we're in Winfield. You can look around and see. It sure don't look like what it used to look like. I'm walking right into my trap. People used to take care of the houses. People used to mow their lawn. And people had pride. You know why? Things depreciate. No matter how you keep it up, it's going to depreciate. Get the point. Here it is. They go forward. Ooh, this bless me. To the promised land from Egypt, and they knew that it was a land flowing with milk and honey. That was 40 years ago. After this time, when they are headed to the promised land, and when they finally get there, God worked in the depreciation of the promised land. That not only did the people and their clothes not wear out, but God even kept the promised land looking good too. Now, y'all just help me preach that point. Y'all want to act like you're shy now. Is there anybody who knows that after 40 years, you would have not even wanted it no more? But God says it's not about you wanting it. I want to keep the promise looking good. That way, by the time you get there, you still gonna want it. Thank you, Lord, that you keep my promises looking good. And God got somebody promised right now that he's working it. He's polishing it. He's keeping it. He's maintaining it. That way, by the time you get there, you're not going to want something new. You're going to want the same thing that God already has for you. Because God has kept you. He kept your provision. And he's keeping the promise. If I had to preach this again, TC, I'd preach it like this. I'm going to do 3 points. And the first point would be how he kept the people. Point 2 would be how he kept the provision. Then I'll close and find Calvary in point 3 and say that he kept the promise. Now I'll try to find some way to get the early one Friday and early Sunday morning on that third point. But that's my later sermon. I ain't going to preach that today. Y'all want to know how I'm going to close this one today? I discovered something that helped me preach this. Good night. In Norway, there's this vault called the World Seed Vault. Hey, y'all curious? The World Seed Vault is a place in a mountain in Norway. It's a vault that from all over this world and from years back, they have preserved seeds. There are preserved seeds that's been there for thousands of years in the World Vault in Norway. The purpose of the World Seed Vault is that scientists have determined that they need to have a place that's secure because they know that anything is subject to happen on this earth. Nuclear war can happen. Nature can happen. All types of things can happen that can destroy vegetation as we see it today. But in the World Seed Vault, they have a sample of seed from all over the world. That way, that no matter what happens, the people will have provision. Good night. I wish I could put this thing in E flat. But God got a World Seed Vault for you. I can't promise you that volcanoes won't happen. I can't promise you that wars won't happen. I can't promise you that what we see won't be destroyed. But I promise you that if it does happen, you're still going to be covered. Because God does not just produce your provision, but God protects your provision. And the reason you can shout while you're wondering is because God is protecting you. He's protecting your provision and he's protecting your promise. And as I head up 167, I want to tell you in this season that you may not be where you desire to be, but you're still in the hands of God. And if you're in the hands of God, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man the good things that God has in store, prepared for you and I. Do you receive that promise today? Can you thank God for that promise today? Knowing that no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. Because if the weapon tries to attack your provision, God already got that covered. I'm done. I'm done. done. Candy about to go in my mouth. So you know I'm really done. I don't know about you, but this is going to keep me all week. Because the enemy has tried. I know it. I know it. At the end of a new year, at the end of a year, we do it. Have I accomplished it? I feel like I done wasted time this whole year. I'm still in the same place. Ain't growing, and I just know God showed me more, and I feel like I'm wasting my time. And what do I need? And you about to try to buy some new book? You about to buy some water off a televangelist platform? Because you're sick of wondering. Because you're worn out and you thinking that this wondering is wasting you. But God never wastes seasons that look like it was wasted. Did y'all hear that? Don't you let yourself go into that pity point. If you feel yourself about to do it, picture me in this sweater that I'm about to sweat through and allow God to bring you out of it. Your trip has not been canceled. And by the time you get there, the promised land still gonna look good. We offer Jesus to you this morning.